Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first session of Heckna in the new year, 2026. Last we left off, the party had left the Flophouse Casino, killed some clowns, which, kind of good that you weren't here for it, Callimar, because I actually got to also use the tokens, which are very clowny. And then you saw, only good clown's a dead clown. And then you saw Scooter Von Snooter coming up to you to greet you. As you guys, as the party and Scooter were moving to meet each other, or are moving to meet each other, we'll pick up right there, as he approaches you all and says, Oh, hey, friends. Good seeing you all in the Dismadium. What are you doing here? And just adjusts his glasses.
I'm trying to remember why we were following these clowns. Did they literally just look at us funny?
Yes.
Well, these clowns looked like they were up to no good, so we were trying to follow them to see what they were going to do, and they jumped us. So here they are.
That's no fun. Someone should complain to Heckna. Where are you guys going next? Maybe I could give you the tour of the place. And as he says that, this is going to be my DM reminder that you're all kind of hurt, and you still have 2 free nights at the Hostel to rest easy. And there are vehicles here in the Dismadium that can take you to and from places. And this area is the Dismadium here, and the Hostel's down here.
I'd look at everyone else and I wouldn't mind somewhere to patch ourselves up.
I'm pretty tapped out too. A night sounds really nice.
Well, I guess we're going to go recover a bit then.
What kind of vehicles are they, DM? Is it like somebody pulling a cart, or is it like a clown car that we all magically fit into?
There is a whole, there are several different vehicles. There are clown cars. You see there are bumper cars that are being driven. But you know what? Yeah, most of them seem to be clown cars. And for the funnies, you do see a clown car that has a bright yellow taxi sign on the top.
Are those what we're taking? Those will take us to where we need to go.
Well, it'll probably take us somewhere.
I'm asking that to Jabroni in the chair. Or whatever the guy's name was.
Oh, you're asking Scooter?
Scooty?
Yeah.
Scooter.
Scooter.
He'll say, oh yeah, if you take one of those, they'll take you wherever you need to go.
Oh, okay, well. All aboard, I guess. I'll climb into whichever one.
To the malicious motel it is.
As the taxi, drives by, you are all able to get in. As the clown car taxi drives by, you're all able to pile in. And a very sleazy looking clown up front, 5 o'clock shadow, falling apart clown nose, very greasy looking clown hair, that's not even in an afro anymore, drives you to the hostel, and as he parks, I'm not even going to attempt to do a voice, as he parks with the heaviest I've smoked a pack a day since I was a child voice asks each of you for 1 red ticket.
1 red ticket it is.
I'll pay the man.
Red ticket.
Does he also have a very stereotypical New York accent?
Yes.
Nice.
Good.
And he is currently smoking as well. Alright, you guys hand in your red tickets for the ride, and he drives off. It's mostly dirt floors here. But he's still, mostly dirt floors here in the Revelia, but he still manages to do the classic kicking up gravel as he, screeches and leaves marks in the road down to his next passenger. Puffs of smoke coming from the, muffler and everything. But you are dropped off at the hostel, where you are greeted by, not Pinky, where you are greeted by the awakened marionette Polly, who welcomes you back. And I'll take us to that map just to remind you all of the rooms. And I'm actually going to move dynamic lighting here so you guys can all be reminded here. This is your hostel. There are various rooms that you can stay in, should you wish. But speaking of the hostel, as you guys come here for your long rest, there were some items and handouts I remembered to give to you all when you were first here. You found some symbols on one of the doors. That door, as I now frantically scroll to find it, because how did I forget it? That door, which is... oh my god, where is it? Which was to this room up here. You found several symbols on it. I believe it was Fiammetta who found the symbols, and I told you I owed you some symbols, and I finally found them.
Yeah.
The first symbol you find, these are very tiny handouts, I apologize. The first one you find is the symbol for entry. Looks like a door. Did that show appropriately?
Yes.
The next symbol you find, dang it, is the symbol for key. And this was the last that you saw, which has some written information on it. And those were all 3 of the symbols that you saw.
Which... was that in a room or in the hallway?
That was this room up here, the quote-unquote boring room. If you're seeing my pings.
Yeah. Yes. Funhouse keys?
Mm-hmm.
I have in my notes, I don't remember if these are things that we have or if it's like they're symbols. I have a space helmet, a rattling noisemaker, some blue and yellow tickets.
Those are the keys that unlock the various rooms here in the hostel.
Okay, one of them is a brass key. It's just a brass key. Can I inspect the key to that symbol and see if there's any like similar markings type thing?
Sure. Let me just see real quick. Yes. So as you look over the brass key, that is actually the key that unlocks this room.
Oh, so have we been in here already? Or
Yes.
am I just now? Okay.
Yeah. You've been in the hostel before.
I didn't remember if we were in all the rooms.
I don't
I
think you
have
were
no
here the
idea what
sessions we
a...
did this.
What was that?
I don't think you were here the sessions we did this.
Oh, okay.
What were these symbols carved into?
The door itself.
On the inside or outside?
On the bottom of the door. Just the bottom of the door. We'll say on the outside. On the outside of the bottom of the door. Yes, because as you went to go unlock the door, you were able to see the symbols below.
Short joke.
You hear a distant chuckle in the background.
Okay. I'm not sure what to do with that information right now. I'll just think about it.
It's information that you should have had like 5 sessions ago, but now you have it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
But yes, you have any of these rooms available to you to rest in.
Oh, shoot.
If I go back in the zero gravity room, is there going to be something trying to kill me in there again?
You can certainly find out.
Well, I would remember that the room with all the symbols on it is just a normal room, I think, so I'm going to go there.
Did we open all 8 rooms?
I can't
You
Pretty
did.
sure this bottom left one teleported us, right?
Yes, the bottom left. I'm gonna let me. Yeah, the bottom left. Let me remove block movement so you guys can move freely. This door led into the campfire room,
Okay.
and then this door led into here, which is where you saved
it.
Scooter.
Was that Ethel's cabin or whatever her name was?
Yeah, that was where Gertrude was staying.
Gertrude. The other old English name.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we'll just go back to the boring room, right?
Yeah, it's boring for a reason. Boring equals safety.
Is Kreg going to try to sleep in zero gravity?
Kreg would be going to try to sleep in zero gravity, yeah. I would very hesitantly step through the door, though.
You want to give me a perception?
Yeah.
Looks good to Kreg.
Perfect.
And everyone else is going to the boring room.
Yup.
All right. Well,
Especially as we make it to the stairs, there's significantly less of a bounce of the step in Fiammetta's walking. She doesn't flutter, she is tired.
Flying may not be a novelty to Fiammetta, but it is to Kreg.
Yeah.
as they pass, as you're first through Kreg and you go to the zero gravity room and you begin floating around, talking about that, do the others hear any like wheeze as they pass by? Like sounds of excitement.
Craig's having a bit of fun.
That's great. But the rest of you are able to go to the boring room, and nothing happens. You guys get a good night's rest. Kreg is not eaten in his sleep. Nothing happens. You guys regain spells. You regain your health. You get everything back to full.
Yay.
I'll be right back. I had to find a pencil.
Mm-hmm. And that is your rest. You guys are all able to wake up. Kreg sleeping in zero gravity for the first time is weird. But Nothing ate you while you sleep, so, pretty good. But you guys are able to meet back up again, and I believe this was your second free rest in the hostel. If I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna say it was your
I
second.
don't remember. This sounds fair.
So you have one more free night of rest here in the hostel. But you are all
I do think
able
we
to
slept
meet
in
back
here. I
up.
don't think we asked though. I just think we kind of crashed. We may have asked. I don't really remember though.
Well, you got 3 free nights, so if you did crash before, that would have been 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was 2. So you have one more free night of rest here in the hostel. But you are all able to get your rest and prepare for the next day. What would you like to do? The Dysmadium awaits still unexplored. Except for the casino.
Casino has been thoroughly explored.
So there's a whole slew of new buildings for us to go look for.
And if you can find them, Scooter was offering a tour.
I'd be cool with the tour.
Yeah, this is nice.
All right.
Does Mathew have like a Marauders map type effect? Will he'll show where people are at?
Boy, that's great. I'm gonna leave it to a roll because I really like that, but I don't think he does. I'm gonna leave it to a roll.
Who's rolling?
I'm rolling. And in my head, I said below 50, so he does.
Sick.
So as you pull out map view from your pocket, you can and say the name Scooter Von Snooter. You do see a little dot appear on the map, and you are able to make your way back to the Dysmadium, where walking in the crowds, you do see the tiny little short gnome Scooter Von Snooter walking.
If I say Heckna, where does he show up?
If you say Heckna, where does he show up?
Yeah, on the Marauder map. Where?
Ooh.
On map view.
He doesn't, because Heckna's not his real name.
Give me a charisma saving throw.
That's tough.
Big roll.
Did I stat out Heckna? I didn't. I didn't add it yet. That's unfortunate.
To the book.
Yes, to the book.
I assume his if it's his DC, it's way over what I rolled.
You take 30 damage. No.
I'm at 0. I'm made of paper.
Yeah, you did indeed fail. Believe it or not. You are going to take as you're standing over the map, right? Because I imagine Kreg has it in his hands. As you're
I just instinctually just yell Heckna.
Yeah, which actually does cause Scooter to turn around. But as you're hovering over the map and you're looking at it, you say Heckna. A hand shoots out of the map with one of those electric buzzers and grabs you. Fiammetta. And as you are shocked, you're going to take I'm just gonna use it right from his stat block. You're gonna take 13 lightning damage.
She falls over, not unconscious, but surprised.
And the last thing you see, and the last thing everyone sees, is the hand doing the Jurassic Park as it disappears back into the map.
I'm just watching like, well, I could have guessed that was going to happen.
It was so tempting.
I understand. Well, I assume we do that as we're walking up, so we now have Scooter's attention.
Oh yeah, at hearing Heckna, Scooter does turn around just in time to see the fallen Fiammetta on the floor. And turns around and says, "Oh, hey friends, it's good to see you again. What happened to that one?"
Was messing with the jinxed map, I guess.
Heckna likes his secrets.
Oh, so I've heard.
Well, you said you had a tour for us?
Oh yes, I can show you the place. I can show you the Dysmadium.
Yes, we're interested in the Dysmadium.
Let me scroll. I am in the wrong section, you goob. One moment, I'm missing something. Oh, that's because it's
Just
up
for the other
here.
players, I am half HP now.
Oh, lovely.
I have nothing to offer you.
I don't need healing.
I'm kind of like trying to brush away
wanna-
the crispy moth little like cell things.
I'm gonna sit with my punishment. Because when I fall to one swing, we all know why.
As Scooter begins walking you all around, he points out a Hekyatron, which is like a giant blimp with a, it's the giant blimp with a screen of the entire Revelia showing you what's going on at any given moment. And he points it out. Instead of the usual programs and adverts, it displays the weapon that you saw wielded by Pinky in her attack of Heckna, which was a giant pipe essentially with like cog wheels attached to it. And it reads, "Have you seen this stick? The hunt is on. Return the stick to Heckna for 5,000 red tickets and the honor of being our new master of ceremonies. Information leading to the retrieval of the stick, 1,000 red tickets." And
okay.
As he points that out, mid tour, he Scooter turns to say to all of you, "I guess I could spoil it a little bit. I'm actually on the hunt for this stick myself. Could you imagine your pal Scooter being the master of ceremonies? The first place I thought to look, which is coming up on our tour soon, is the Tunnel of Love. I mean, my personal favorite place here in the Revelia."
Is it just a stick? Is it a fancy stick? That's a lot of tickets.
Well, it is the weapon that was used to attack Heckna. I imagine he really wants it.
Specifically just the weapon, though?
That's what it looks like.
How didn't he get the weapon when he messed up Pinky?
I mean, there's obviously like an issue with his teleportation magic. He took us somewhere he didn't mean to.
Oh, that's right.
Probably
You all-
lost the sword in the chaos, or lost the stick in the chaos, rather.
You all got teleported by Heckna? My, what an honor!
Yeah, we got teleported into his basement.
He wasn't happy about it.
He was not happy about it.
And we swiftly got kicked out.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a darn
before you
shame to
started-
hear.
Before he started doing something to Pinky. Has anyone seen Pinky since?
Scooter with his, he goes back into his strut towards the Tunnel of Love, which is over here.
Didn't we leave Pinky with Heckna?
Yep.
We got.
As Scooter goes back into his stride, he just shrugs and says, not to my knowledge, no, I sure haven't seen her.
I'm gonna pull out
Pinky did.
Mathew. Since we're talking about it, I'm gonna pull up Mathew and say Pinky.
No light blinks.
Pinky
Oh.
dead.
That's a bummer.
As you guys are continuously walking, as you get closer and closer to the Tunnel of Love, everyone give me perceptions, please.
$15.
Mathew and Vivien, the two of you, as you are all walking, you see in conversation, you can't make out what they're saying, because you're not directly close to them, but in conversation, you see 3 children of the candy corn, the small children with the face masks who are actually, gruesome monsters. You see 3 of them in conversation. Not only that, you recognize them as the 3 children of the candy corn who work for Locke and who once tried to rob you.
I'm gonna tap Vivien and be like, go with the others. And I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself and try to get closer to hear what they're saying.
Okay. As you tell Vivien to continue walking with the others, you suddenly disappear from the group and approach the 3 children of the candy corn. Who I'm gonna give you their names because they're great. Their names are Zip, Zap, and Zoop.
Amazing.
One of them rubbing their head. So you imagine them getting beat on the head is a common occurrence, just like what you did to them. One turns to the other while rubbing their head and says, mean old Olga got a real good bonk on my head. It still hurts. The other replies, and that's what you get for trying to get into the under construction zone. And they keep going back and forth about that. You do catch one of
would it-
them. Yep. I'll let you
Would
go first.
I know off the top of my head what they're talking about when they say under construction zone? Or is that something we would have seen? Or is that completely foreign to my brain?
This is the first time you would be hearing about it. But I will say you do hear them, you also hear them eventually say that, after the one who says, that's what you get for trying to get in there, the other fires back with something akin to, but all the trinkets in there, Locke can sell them. So first time hearing about the under construction zone. but there are apparently trinkets in there.
Okay. I'll give them a few more minutes, and if they aren't really saying anything else, I'll just depart and find the group again.
And that you do. You are able to walk quietly back up to the group, who you do see are about, I'll say about like right here. You can see the giant heart in the distance.
I'll wave off my invisibility a few paces behind, and as I'm like catching up, I'll be like, "So, Scooter, are there is this place have any places that are under construction still or being renovated?"
Yeah, I believe so. I think it's quite literally just called the under construction zone.
Oh, where's that?
Time to find it on my map, says the DM.
Sorry.
The under construction zone is right here. I didn't even need my PDF to know that. I probably should have just used my eyeballs.
That would have been my inference as well.
That is the under construction zone.
I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Interesting. And I'll let just carry on with the tour for now.
Mm-hmm. As you carry on with the tour and are getting closer and closer to the Tunnel of Love, you can even change the Roll20 music. For anyone listening to it, you begin to hear the music of the Tunnel of Love in the distance.
Quite lovely indeed.
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome back. Perfect timing for the Tunnel of Love music to play. As you begin hearing the music in the distance and are getting closer, multicolored confetti explodes before you, and Heckna steps out with a deep bow. His mask is fixed into a wide smile, but has traces of blood and candle wax smeared across its smooth surface. He puts his hands on his hips and takes a deep breath, exhaling to streams of steam and bubbles to the delight of nearby revelers. A few of the bubbles pop, splattering bloody glitter over the crowd. And he looks down at all of you and says, almost like deadpan, "Hard day on the job. Don't even ask, really. You can't trust anyone anymore. So what do you say to a little fun? Nothing gets the blood pumping like blowing off steam, and I know just the place for a jolly good laugh. Come on now. Don't make me make you."
I lean in to the group and like, I don't think we have a choice even if we wanted one.
Fiammetta looks terrified, but kind of just silently nods.
All right. I suppose while we're here, we might as well.
As he leads you all, along with a gaggle of other eager following revelers, you all notice that Scooter is absolutely awestruck by the appearance of Heckna. During the walk towards the Tunnel of Love, how convenient, you are able to notice casual acts of cruelty from Heckna, such as laughing at the collision of two clown cars, or tossing a booklet of red tickets into a crowd of jawbreakers to set them fighting each other. He does, however, during the midst of these acts of cruelty, talk to all of you, pointing out various features of the Dysmadium in the distance. Such lovely attractions like the Tunnel of Love, the Misery Go-Round, the Dastardly Disco. Amazing spots to visit. You all notice that as well. He gets a bit more animated as the Tunnel of Love approaches. You see, as you get closer, the gruesome ride before you is constructed in the shape of an anatomical human heart, lying as if discarded on the ground. The words, "The Tunnel of Love," are illuminated over the entrance. Swan-shaped boats bob on the undulating waters in front of the heart, and a stream runs through the opening. The smell of sour wine hangs around the ride. A tall figure blocks the entrance. The gold of his lavish robes is tarnished and damp. His lower half is dark, roiling smoke, and curls of black mist drifting from his form. A crude iron plate is nailed over the top half of his face, and the flesh of his nose and jaw is withered. In one hand, he grasps a long, jeweled baton topped with a closed fist. As Heckna approaches, the figure hisses, low and furious. His robes shift, revealing a hollow cavity in his chest where his heart should be. Heckna laughs. "Ah, there he is, the man of the hour himself. May I have the pleasure of introducing the one, the only, the infamous, previous Master of Ceremonies, Cicero. And I will show you all Cicero."
Ugh.
Cicero looks awesome.
Soon to be replaced, of course, but already long forgotten. Go ahead, ask him anything. What color my favorite socks are, how I like my eggs in the morning, how his failed coup went. Anything at all. Before you all get a chance to approach Cicero, he immediately fires back at Heckna in a raspy voice. "I already know I am to be replaced. At last. I may have failed, but you forget you are mortal under your precious mask. The great Heckna, he who thinks he is so clever, so powerful, is only good as those who help him in his sick games." Cicero turns to face you all. Though the upper half of his face is covered, you can feel as if he were staring right at you. "I believed that by becoming the ringleader myself, I could preserve the joy of the Reveille of old while ridding it of his influence. And now I know the only way to save the Reveille is to destroy it. And to destroy it, you must destroy Heckna. See how he laughs, as if he is not desperate to retrieve his precious stick, as if there is nothing here that can hurt him." Cicero turns to address his last words to Heckna once more, with, "Your mask is cracking, old friend, and your fear shines brighter than your cursed moonlight." And they kind of stand in this kind of standoff staring at each other. Both of them not really saying anything, with all of you standing there.
Pretty great carnival, huh?
What color are Heckna's socks? I actually say this like nervously, like just trying to get one of them to react at all.
Cicero sighs and says, "They're multicolored, just like everything else about him."
Does Heckna react at all to that?
No, but if you look down, his socks are indeed multicolored.
Well, will you tell us about your failed coup?
That does hype up Heckna, who kind of takes like a, you see a desk and a chair suddenly appear, and he's sitting on it with his hand underneath his chin, like, yes, please do. Let me get that information for you. You see, long ago, I was one of the first to join Heckna. Eventually, me and a few others got tired of his jokes. We gathered up several powerful objects to fight him with. But we underestimated. We forgot that he has something up his sleeve that we didn't. And when we thought we had him, we're horribly wrong. Now, the most twisted joke of all has been played, and I find myself confined to this damn place.
What objects?
As you ask, Heckna, like, interjects and, like, jumps in between the two of you and, like, throws out his arms, like, to block Cicero. Goes, up, 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 up. That is not for you to know, but if you have any knowledge on the stick, I am more than willing to give you some tickets for it. And you see, breaking his awestruck, Scooter kind of breaks it and pipes up and says, "That's what I was doing. I told you guys I was coming here to look for it."
Well, we will let you know if we find it, because we love tickets. Mm-hmm.
Well, that is just wonderful to hear. Now, and he looks down at your party. How would you all like to become and compete for the title of the Master of Ceremonies?
I thought you said he had already been replaced.
Oh, we're in the process of it. But what fun, then, have all of you compete for it right in front of his face. And, if you can't decide who would like the title and who wants to take the job, Sophie can always combine all of you into one.
Oh, that'd actually be sick.
I too think that would be sick.
I was about to say, a Mechazord of, like, a bunch of D&D classes. Okay.
Imagine, like, Jariki from Rick and Morty, but, like, times 4, times 5.
Well, what would the Master of Ceremonies be doing, so we can decide which one of us might be a good fit for it?
Well, Firstly, you'd have to find the stick for me. Whoever finds the stick has their opportunity to gain the title. Secondly, mostly day-to-days, send out flyers, encourage the kind folk to spend their tickets, run the Tunnel of Love and the various rides around the Revelia. Basically, be the hype man of the Revelia.
Do we have to lose our heart to become the master of ceremonies, or was that a punishment?
Oh, no. Cicero just... He's awkward. He doesn't know how to find love. And Heckna kind of, covers his, face a little bit to, tell you that in secret. If you ask me, he's a bit of a nerd.
Wait, who just said that?
Heckna is telling you that.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure I heard that right.
I mean, listen, I can have your hearts removed if you wish. Sophie can remove them all and use them together into one mega heart, but that's up to you, of course.
I don't think that's necessary.
So what say you?
This sounds like someone needs to be very charismatic. Is there anyone not me who is very charismatic? Does anyone want to do this?
Oh, Callimar just kind of sighs and was like, "That would be me."
I had a feeling. I just didn't want to assume.
That's fair.
Heckna will look at you, Callimar, seeing the party kind of push you to the front, like, you go accept to join the competition. Heckna kind of does, a bow into, holding out his hand for a handshake. To welcome you into the competition for the Master of Ceremonies.
I will shake his hand.
As you shake his hand, he shakes it in a very cartoony way, where as you're shaking it, his entire body is shaking. The best way to describe Heckna is a living cartoon. And he says, "Welcome to the competition for the Master of Ceremonies. You hear that, Cicero? Another has joined." As he says that, can all of you give me dexterity saving throws, please?
$14.
Ooh. We need one from Fiammetta, who's currently not here, but I will get that. Vivien and Callimar, the two of you are able to jump out of the way as you see mid-handshake, Heckna teleports off to the side. There it is. Heckna teleports away from all of you with this laugh, as you see in the background, Cicero throws his hand forward, and a wave of the rancid water and some of these swan boats go flying towards where Heckna once was. Callimar and Vivien, the two of you are able to jump out of the way. Is this what downs Fiammetta?
Probably.
Kreg, Mathew, and Fiammetta are going to take 3 poison damage, and from the swan boats flying past you, 12 bludgeoning damage.
Oof! I had exactly 12 after that.
No!
I'm at 0.
And the last thing you see of Cicero is him walking back into the Tunnel of Love. as Fiammetta falls to the ground. As Heckna looks at all of you, looks to what happened and said, short fuse that one. And then looks towards Fiammetta and says, anyways, good luck. Bye now. And turns and like does a high step walk away from the scene of the crime.
I grab Fiammetta and start rummaging their pockets and bags for a health potion that I can feed them. Do they have one?
There are 2 greater healings, so one of them.
Okay. I grab one of those and I look at the rest of the group. No one can heal, right?
Well, I can heal.
Oh. Well, here. Yeah, I like hold Fiammetta up a little bit.
Oh, my mic wasn't on. I can heal too.
Oh, nice. Well, I'll hold Fiammetta up and whoever gets there first can heal.
Yeah, whoever is casting healing spells. I mean, both of you can cast healing spells.
No, Fiammetta needs to learn. They need just enough to not die.
I can't be greedy on death's door.
Vivien will cast cure wounds.
So 1d8 plus 3. So 8 healing.
Okay.
And if Callimar was going to cast, you can cast as well. No one's gonna stop both of you from healing spells.
Yeah, let me get back to my sheet.
Yeah, for anyone counting, I do have under 30 hit points, so.
Same.
Hell yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I can regen though.
33
I'm just gonna
maximum.
give like a healing word.
I also have
Okay.
under 30.
Probably to D6, I thought I'd be lower than you all, but it seems like it's pretty average.
9 more healing
Hey,
for
thank you.
Fiammetta. And as you guys are healing, almost immediately, you see 2 goblins and a halfling begin setting up what appear to be like closed signs and like guardrails in front of the Tunnel of Love that say no entry or ride closed and warning boring in big capital letters.
Good warning.
Indeed. Well, hey, while I have you guys here, and it seems like we're not being watched, I saw those kids again. Locke's kids. They're trying to get into the under construction zone, and they said there's some stuff hidden there.
Oh. Is that where we want to walk then?
Is Scooter still with us?
Um,
And did he say specifically that he was looking here?
Yes,
For
he
the-
did say he was looking for the tunnel he was looking to go to the Tunnel of Love to investigate. I'm gonna roll something for Scooter. It's gonna be a very difficult roll for him for reasons.
Rip Scooter.
He is not here. He went to go walk after Heckna. He didn't even say goodbye.
Well. Did he say that if there was a reason he was looking here for the stick?
Because it was his favorite place in the Revelia.
Okay, so he didn't actually have a like, he wasn't following a lead. He's
No.
just guessing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have a clue. And sounds like bunch of people want this stick, and it might be one of the best ways to kill the main man, so can't be I find it hard to believe it'd be a coincidence, so I think we should go check that out.
Okay.
We can probably we can probably find some stuff. Are you back to max health, or are you still a little rough?
She is nowhere near max, but she will be fine.
We can probably find some stuff on the way to help you out with that.
I'm just a little bruised. I'll walk it off. Thank you, though.
Okay. Oh yeah, we'll start heading that way then.
Okay. I did say tonight was going to be a shorter session because not a lot was prepped, so we're gonna end here. But before we end, as you all begin heading towards the under construction zone, on a little cliffhanger type moment, what's the let me ask this first. What's the walking? Where is everyone? Who's in front? Who's in middle? Who's in back?
It was my... Actually, whoever's holding the map...
Which I think is
I
Kreg.
thought it... Is it Kreg now? Okay. I imagine we would be in the front since it was my idea and we're looking on the map to try to navigate to this place.
Alright, so Kreg and Mathew in the front.
I'd probably be standing right behind Mathew.
Alright, so Vivien in the middle, then how about Fiammetta and Callimar? Where the two
I
of
think
you?
that'll be fluttering right behind them in the middle.
Okay.
Probably be at the end then.
Okay. So then this cliffhanger moment is gonna be for Callimar. As you guys are walking, Callimar, you feel a little tug on the side of your pants. Like someone trying to get your attention.
That is spooky. I look to see what it is.
As you look, you actually have to look all the way down. You see the toy maker's little puppet assistant, Stefano, tugging on your pants. And as you look down at him, you know, maybe the others are still kind of walking a little bit as you've now stopped. He looks at you, looks at the party walking away, and says, The toy makers asked that you come pick up your items from the Lost and Found? And, like, makes a motion to start walking with you. Is there anything...
Items from the Lost and Found?
And he says, yeah, hey, you guys gotta come with. And he looks at you and back towards the party. Is there anything else you'd like to say or do before we end?
I guess I would relay to the party before they get too far ahead and be like, hey, Stefano said we have stuff at the Lost and Found?
And as the party turns and hears that,
Oh!
and lets out a huh, that is where we will end Heckna for tonight. So while on the way to the Lost and Found, or while on the way to the under construction zone, you are being requested back at the Lost and Found for some items of yours, apparently. Which is where we shall end for tonight, and we'll see what happens next time in the Revelia.